Previously on Panthers Uncaged.
We're using a saliva-based test only because jamming a swab up a guy's nose twice a week is not the most comfortable.
It's definitely different, just seeing all the arrows on the ground, what's blocked off, one way in, and some like you're testing as soon as you get in the rink. It's definitely it's a different feeling.
I'm so excited. It kind of reminds me of the first day of school feeling. I'm over the moon excited and excited to have an opportunity to play. And
when you turn 35, you realize that nobody's guaranteed playoffs, but your window's closing kind of quick. The opportunity to do that is as exciting as it gets.
Let's get it. Oh, nice save. I think you say Keats when you say Keats.
With Phase 2 of the NHL's Return to Play plan now in full force, the Florida Panthers have begun to ramp up their preparations for the postseason.
Out of way, Weegsy. Out of way. Wait for the whistle. Nice! Woo! Apple! That was sick apple by me. Ooh.
For the most part,
Yeah! Oh my.
the cobwebs have been shaken off, and a sense of competitiveness has returned to the enthusiastic group. And with informal skates and workouts across the league getting off to a fairly smooth start, the NHL has doubled the amount of personnel allowed on the ice, from 6 to 12.
Yeah! Yanzi! That's a quick one. That's on tape. That's 3 goals in 2 days for Yanzi. 4 goals, 2 days.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a fresh start. We want to pick up where we left off. We were doing fairly well before this hiatus happened. It's 3 to 5 games to get in the playoffs against a pretty good team. So there's a lot of preparation that still needs to happen, and we're excited to get off to a hot start.
Another apple! Another apple! Take wristers so we can actually take wristers.
Even the team's rigorous coronavirus testing has become second nature.
It's a pretty same every day with that, and we're starting to get accustomed to that. That's obviously new, and but it's what we need to be doing. We need to be tested. Everyone needs to be safe. It's obviously still out there.
You can take your mask off. You're going to take this tube out. Okay, and then I want you're going to spit into the tube, into the top part. Yep. And what we need.
It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's okay. I understand it is what it is. It's a protocol, and the league trying to do everything to save the players, to support the health system and stuff. So they came up with that protocol not because of having fun with it. It's to save us, protect us.
A lot of professional people are kind of guiding our league, and that's kind of just how you got to approach it. You got to trust the people that are in those positions, that they're going to do their job and they're going to make sure that we're safe. And I think that we've done a good job. It seems that I feel very safe in the facilities with our guys. So it's been a good start, I think, to hopefully when we can play.
Despite the circumstances, things are once again starting to feel normal at the rink.
The normalcy is definitely coming, and we're feeling it. And we feel comfortable out there now with 4 skates under our belt. So it's exciting. It's fun. We're ready to start challenging ourselves out there.
1-0. Whoa! The old double puck. Nice, dude! Oh, why am I going again? That's sneaky. Whoa! That's a sinker. Huntsy, you ripped one on me. I was cheating high glove. You still beat me high glove. That's never good. That's never good, no. I was like, oh, I got this one. He's going high glove. Poof, high glove.
Unfortunately, while the Panthers IceDen has become a safe haven for players, the same can't be said for the rest of South Florida. And the moment they leave the rink, they are faced with an increasingly harsh reality. Even after an extended lockdown, coronavirus cases around the state are spiking again.
It's another day of record-setting COVID-19 cases in Florida with nearly 11,500 new infections reported just today. That's the highest daily count recorded in our state since the pandemic started, and it's part of a troubling trend we've been seeing now for several weeks. The total number of cases in Florida is now at more than 190,000.
For players, the sudden increase in positive cases also serves as a harsh reminder. As long as COVID-19 is out there, the New York Islanders aren't the only thing they have to game plan for.
I think you just got to try and be as safe as possible, and just do your testing. Obviously, we're fortunate that we're being tested every few days, and so if we do have it, we'll know about it right away, and we can handle that properly. So it's nice to get that email that says you're negative every couple days, so that's obviously a positive for us, and for the families, the people with families and kids and all that, to know that it's not in your household. So it's just about being safe and handling it the right way, and just keep doing what we're doing.
Some of the spikes in cases, some of the daily spikes have been pretty high here in Florida. And I think guys are being pretty smart. I think guys understand that as much as the testing's there and that kind of stuff, if we're not smart and we're going and doing whatever, when we're away from the rink, it's not going to work. It's kind of, it takes the testing, it takes the stuff at the rink, but it also takes people being smart away from the rink and minimizing risk. And I think guys understand that if we're going to come back here and start doing training camp and try and play some playoff hockey, that it'd be kind of foolish to come all the way down here and then mess it up by, I think guys understand it's a little bit of a sacrifice, even away from the rink, and I think guys are willing to do that.
With South Florida struggling to contain the coronavirus, players that left the state earlier in the quarantine are in no hurry to get back before training camp gets underway in July. At this point, roughly half of the team is spending Phase 2 preparing on their own back at home. In Canada, players like Mackenzie Weegar, Josh Brown, and Mike Hoffman are hard at work.
Gyms still aren't actually allowed to be open in Ontario yet. My gym has been doing some outdoor stuff, which fit the parameters, but I've actually just been going to my buddy's house who I quarantined at when I first came home. He's actually got a pretty good little garage gym set up. So I took a picture of what he had and I sent it to Mike Donahue, our strength coach, and then also my strength coach back here. And they both just kind of gave me some workouts I could do, and they've been great actually. So I've just been kind of sticking with that program. And then obviously once the skates opened up here, I've been jumping back on the ice. I think I've been on the ice 8 times now since the skates have started. So yeah, starting to feel pretty good, getting ready to get back.
We all have great routines where we're at. So it's kind of, doesn't matter where we are right now. We could be in Florida doing the same thing or be at home and do the same thing as well. So we're all pretty anxious to get down there. So we're trying to figure out a good date. My trainer sort of took his gym and brought it to his house, and it's kind of just an outdoor gym, kind of out in the country. So we're secluded out there, but it's a good setup. We go there at 9 a.m, usually Monday through Friday. And then after that, the skates have been open. There's a rink here that's been open since the beginning of June. So we've been able to skate all month.
The main reason why I went home to start with is I knew I'd have a place to train, and pretty much what we're focusing on is just typical summer routine, just to get a little bigger and stronger. Yeah, he's one of my best friends, so it works out well. He was one of my best men at my wedding, and he's a great trainer and has an awesome facility that's right near my house. So everything works out pretty well together, and like I said, we got everything there that we need, and a good group that we can train with as well. We did a lot of sled pulls, pushes, which is great for your legs, opposed to squatting, where it can kind of be tough on your back. So we try to, stick to the sleds as much as possible, but pretty much just trying to get bigger and stronger, and, a lot of weight training, work on mobility a little bit.
While some players in Canada are holding off on their return, many of the team's European players don't have the same luxury due to the NHL's regulations on quarantining. Acquired by the Panthers at the trade deadline in February, Lucas Wallmark has spent the past few months living in Sweden, a country that has made headlines for its handling of the coronavirus.
Most of Europe has been under coronavirus lockdowns, but Sweden is not. There are some restrictions out there, but schools and businesses, including restaurants and hair salons, are open.
Sweden, they didn't shut down the country. They had it open. It was a little bit on your own. They said they're gonna keep everything open, but it's up to you what you want to do and that. So everything was kind of normal, except no like big events and nothing like that. But I would say at the same time, people was pretty good to be home, even if the restaurants and bars and stuff like that was open. I think overall they did a good job to be home and not be out that much. So but overall it was a big difference. I had to quarantine, and then I had to do a test every second day before I could enter the ice and be back with the boys. So I had to do a quarantine. I think it was 8 days. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was all right. But I'm glad I'm done with it now.
For players that remain abroad, it's been hard to ignore the news coming out of South Florida, especially when it hits close to home.
Florida shattered yet another record in coronavirus cases today with more than 10,000 new cases.
Honestly, it is a little alarming just to see the spikes that have been going on. Obviously, as a state, Florida is definitely kind of more of like a beach state, and everyone wants to be out and about, and it's hard to tell people to shelter in place in a state like that. So I understand in some ways, but it's just because everything back home is still a little, it's still kind of, we've been able to expand our circle of friends to 10 people, but it's still kind of social distance and everything. But so yeah, you see that on the news, obviously, and it's in the back of your head. But I know the team's taking every precaution, and we'll be smart when we're back down there. So it shouldn't be too big of a worry, I don't think.
While players are doing their best not to worry, the news that several Lightning players and staff members had tested positive for COVID-19 was impossible to ignore.
The NHL's Tampa Bay Lightning had 5 positive tests a week and a half into players returning to the ice. 3 players and 2 team staffers tested positive.
We were told about it, and just reiterating to us that obviously it's still out there, and that we need to be careful and avoid crowds still. Like even for us, just try to be smart about it. It's obviously a scary situation, and lots of information out there, but ultimately just trying to, the training staff is just trying to make sure that we're being extra cautious, or it will be more difficult for us to end up playing. So we're just trying to be as patient and safe as possible so that we can all get together and all be healthy, and we can play and finish it. Hopefully we can have a better idea going forward next season about how we're going to handle this, but obviously that's not what we're thinking about. We're thinking about finishing the season, so hopefully everything keeps going the way it's been going.
Still, even as the pandemic picks up steam, players are determined to push ahead. With training camp fast approaching, players know that they will have to begin narrowing their focus turning their attention away from the coronavirus and towards things they can control. When camp begins, Coach Joel Quimville will arrive, and there will be roster spots to be won, with none being more important than the team's battle for starting goaltender. And despite a rocky showing in the regular season, the team's two-time Vezina Trophy-winning goaltender, Sergei Bobrovsky, is eager to show he can return to form and reclaim the crease.
Well, he's stayed here. He's made sacrifices. He's another guy that works extremely hard. He was disappointed with his season up to now. I think he'll, he's something to prove, and that's a good thing. So I expect him to be at his top of his game, and when he's at the top of his game, you have a chance to win. So we're counting on him, we're relying on him, and we expect big things from him.
Bob makes some saves that you can't wrap your head around a lot. So, he's proven that he can take on the best teams in the league and succeed. So, definitely, having Bob back there behind us, it gives us a little more confidence to play the way we want to play. And it should be a great test for everyone.
Yeah, his routine's pretty intense. It's the most in-depth routine I've ever witnessed, and I came in this year thinking I've got a pretty good routine. It's pretty extensive, and I look at him and I'm doing like a quarter of what he's doing, so it's a bit of a wake-up call for that. But yeah, when I watch Bob, I see his work ethic off the ice and his determination, towards every day practice. So I've noticed that and taken some of that and put it into my routine.
One of the most surprising stories in the NHL this year, Chris Driedger came out of seemingly nowhere to help the Panthers while Bobrovsky battled through injuries.
Shot on goal, Driedger with his first save as a Panther.
Called up from the AHL to make the first start of his NHL career in November, the journeyman goaltender went on to finish the season with an exceptional 7-2-1 record. And despite the long pause, Driedger is heading into training camp with a hot hand.
Driegs, what a story he is. He's very focused, and he knows what it takes to, step in there and win for us. It's not easy, coming in as a backup goalie and trying to win for us. So he's done a great job for us, and it's the same thing, him and Bobrovsky. It doesn't matter who's in net. I think we all feel great who's ever playing goalie for us.
I'm happy for Drix. I think he did play great, and he stepped up at the right situation and helped the team. So for my personal view, I'm working hard before. I work hard right now, and I will working hard. I'm happy that we're in the playoffs, but still I think I can give this team more. No one by himself can win any game or any series. So it's the group effort, and you have to pull the rope at the same direction. I think from the mind standpoint, everybody get used to that. It's a long season. You get so much time to get into it and to get back to your shape and stuff through the games. So, but this is a different situation. It's basically right away. It's a do or die situation. Next time on Panthers Uncaged.
We decided on a date that we thought works best for everyone to get back and give ourselves a week to start skating, get ourselves ready before training camp.
I do have a little FOMO. I miss the guys a lot, and I can't wait to get down there and see them.